Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm very glad to embark with this program. This webinar as very contained people, and they are doing very well expected activity in bamboo scenario. So I salute all of the respected officials and concerned people, and also I welcome and I thanking to all of the participants who are here with. Okay, can I start with? Okay. See, I prepared a PPT of containing 51 products. Actually, the 51 product, through that I can explain how I did my experiment to develop a perspective of modernity. Before that, we have to say something. And what is the actual need of modernity, and how can we measure it, and what are the facts which affecting the development of the modernity from a conventional stage. So that I like to discuss some points to get more clear in these topics. Modernity is a interesting term, but we have to know how we can measure it. So when we go in deep into the subject, we will get an idea. Modernity, we cannot define like that from one person to other person. It different. It depends upon the personal views and the other interests. So anyway, when we thinking about the modernization, we have to consider other factors too. So sometimes we have to redefine some terms. Here comes the skills. So we usually we refer a terms a craft. So in a new perspective, how we can define the craft. So people usually think the craft is something we doing with the hand, and those people are doing some work, we can call them craftsmen. But in a new perspective, we have to define what is the craft. So through my experience, from well trained, well imaginative, well creative people, I got a clear idea about the craft. Craft, we can define craft as the skill to do a job. That is actually craft. So when we are calling a pupil as a craftsman, so we are saying this is a skilled person, see the skill. And that's why we say the spacecraft. Does it mean the craft is done by hand or something like that? No. It to denote the skill level, we say the spacecraft. That's why we sometimes we say Spielberg is a very crafty director. So that means the level of skills. So when we're discussing the modernity, we have to define the craft is the skill to do a job. Then each craftsman have to look themselves and they have to decide whether they are skilled or not. And nobody can prevent them by being a skilled person. There is some criteria, there is some concept, there is some procedure to become a craftsman. And actually the people are always invited to come to a scenario where they can play with their skill. So they have to decide whether they are a craftsman or not. The second thing, when we say about some traditional facts, so we have to come across traditional things, because people are a lot of people are working in that region. Then, but nowadays people are a little bit of confusion when we are saying about modernization. Some people always became in dilemmas. They became very confused. They think somebody is going to prevent them from a industry by saying these things. This is because we have to change the definition of a tradition with a new concept, with the new views. So in my opinion, the tradition we can define as it is a mingled yarn of knowledge and discipline. So the knowledge means in some particular area where they are behaving like that through their life. No, and they have a special way, some special way to do their exercise through their life. That's called a discipline. So the knowledge and the discipline.
Mr. Rajeev,
hello? Yes, sir.
I think we have bandwidth issues. Maybe you can turn off your video.
Okay. I will change it. Then let me complete, finish this talk. Then I will, as soon as possible, I will come to the video. Okay, sir, please.
Yeah.
Okay, then again, let me conclude these topics. The tradition. So the knowledge and the discipline. So then if knowledge is supposed to be hang on or to get stuck with a particular point of history, and some people are thinking we are from the part of tradition, so we can stay here and there is no need of modernization, they will become very wrong and they will get rejected from the new region. That's why the knowledge is supposed to renew always. Then only we can assure that the tradition is a time point that all the good progressive things together. So tradition is a good strength or good possibility from where we can form and new possibilities in the market. Anyway, here I prepared a 51 slide list, and we can go through that. Through each picture, I will explain how I did my experiment to do the modernization by accepting knowledges from those people who spills actually, and some resources from where we can learn our experience and where the people are welcomed always. Please, let's start the video clips. The first clips. Sir, we can go to the next. Hello.
Yes, you can see the first clip.
Yes, sir. Please select the first clip. Can you focus it?
Yes. Are you not able to see the presentation? Okay.
No, I am just seeing the first page as a Rajeev VK, my first page. Can you go to the second?
Yes. Can you see the cup?
No, I can't see actually.
Okay, 1 second.
Yes. Now I can see.
Yes.
See, here, these two material, very familiar. Actually, it is our national material. We can say like that, bamboo and jute. We're producing it in bulk manner. I think we are the prime producers of these two organic material. And you can see some people said me to do a tea coaster with the natural things, and they need modern look too. Then I tried to bring the beauty of the two material, including them in the new project as much as less. That is a new style of the designs. It is not new style. It is a very what we can say. It is a very concerned thing that when we doing the design or the product, we have to try minimize the material. Then we can bring a new level of beauty and a new level of enjoyment. So here you can see a small piece of bamboo is used to hold the jute thread like that. So we have to think how the new form comes depends upon the demand. So we have to think out of the box and we have to utilize the possibilities and we have to get close about the material character and the other possibilities than the general use. Please, the next. The next, please. Hello, sir. Hello.
I'm showing it is moving. I'm sharing already the slide on the seconds. Okay. Can you?
Yes, right now I can see.
Yeah.
Right now I can see. No problem. No problem. We can continue like this. See, and this is a new thing. I just upgraded from the premier one. Yes. Now you can see the second things, how we modified the new thing. Actually, this is not a modification, it's another design. But in this, we use the material property. We can flat the bamboo very easily, and we used the possibility of that kind of things. And when we doing all the thing with the hand, of course, we know the limit of the productions. And when we going to the huge market, the open market, people will ask the product in large quantity. So somebody have to play the role of mediator. Yes, they all the people are welcomed in the industries. There is nobody to exploit us as we think, but each of the part of the bamboo business people have to get their own profit and everything. That's why when we thinking in the production, we have to find the designs that ensure the bulk production, something like that. In this thing, I tried to include the flat bamboo pieces because we can prepare it by machine. So when we thinking in large quantity productions, so we can use those machinery, and by this kind of design or this kind of thought, we can produce the in a bulk quantity, and people will get more opportunity to live with the bamboo product. Please, the next. So this is how it appears with the glass. Okay. The next, please. See, here a bamboo clock, you can see. Usually, in the conventional style, people have a little bit of confusion, and even now, they don't have a good idea which part of the bamboo is easy to work with and which of the part of the bamboo is very suited for long lasting work, long lasting ideas, long lasting creations. So all these things, all this photograph, I mean to clear, it is very important to get very close to the character of materials. We have to study it. We have to come ourselves a little bit forward to know the character of each material ourselves. Nobody will help us to think about a new approaches of bamboo. But there is opportunities and uh, many occasions, and we can do all these things ourselves. You can see I used the outer skin of the bamboo. Usually I used to see that most of the people are just trying to remove the skins and they are going to the inner layer of bamboo. For some work, it is possible to select some particular part of the bamboo. But when we thinking in a modernized way, we have to go through other possibilities what bamboo promises to us. Okay, the next. See here, the first one we discussed right now. What we discussed right now is a handmade one completely. So we have to bend it and we have to know how to bend it, and there is some difficult. Actually, it is not difficult. Actually, that clock contains more craftsmanship. In this one, this is a flat one, bigger one, and the same thing, we can use this kind of material by mechanical support. So it is very easy to make bamboo this kind into this kind of form by the machine. Then we can keep a large production system. But at the same time, see here we just using the beauty of the fiber, and the possibility of mechanism like this. Yeah, I am trying to mean that we have to concentrate into each and every possibilities, each and every point of the material to develop a new thought and a new style. The second one, please. The next one, please. At the same time, there is some special things like this. This is nothing. This is the internode of the bamboo, and we tried to use those possibilities into new things like this. So we have to, always we have to think out of box, and we have to think about other all part, all section of the material, how we can find a new thing, new possibility, and everything. And these kind of things are not possible to make in large quantity. No problem. So all the product are not supposed to do in that way. Some things like this we can produce in a manner. It's the average production quantity we can expect by this type, but we can sell it in large, I mean a good price. So it will be balanced with the production and the, the craftsmanship. So there is enormous possibilities. We have to look into and we have to think differently. Please, the next. See, now I am going to show you how we can turn a traditional wellness or a traditional advantages into new form. This is I think all people know about this. This is a traditional spoon, and you can see the limit of these things. This is actually beautiful things. This is a coconut shell and a bamboo stick. And the next slide, we can see how we can turn this conventional product into new form by using the potential of bamboo. See, instead of the straight angled handle, we tried to include a new handle like this by using the best potential of bamboo by bending it. You can see. So for these things, we have to know that potential of the material. Now you can think why they have tried to do a straight bamboo piece instead of the bending one, because they don't have an idea how to bend it. So if they are insisted themselves by the limited knowledge of that kind of thing, then how they can come into new forms. So the craftsmen have to open their mind to learn new possibility of the material. It never means they are going to jump into trouble. Instead of that, the new possibilities are new windows and new gate to enter new world of possibilities. The next, please. So this is a clear picture to get more idea about how we can handle it and how beautiful it is. So we're getting so many order for this. There is not any huge work behind it. Just now the character of material and just now how to bend it, when we have to bend it, all the things. And we shaped the spoon, the span like this. So all this means to a modern attitude. Please, the next. See, this is another spoon. This is used for the dry food or the rice or something like that. You can see how interesting possibilities offered by bamboo. Can you show the next one? I can explain it. Yes, see how we did it. So some people just saying, so we need a detachable spoon to clean it. Some people are very concerned about hygiene. So then we have to find the remedy like this. So there is no limit with the bamboo actually. See, we tried to do some arrangement like this. We can take it, we can dismantle it like this. And there is actually, I never tried to include, I didn't try to include any metal part with this, but metal is not a bad part with bamboo. I can explain it later. But for here, we tried to do every component with the bamboo itself. You can see. The next, please. See, this is the back side. It is very easy to attach the pin like this by attaching the two screws through the pre-made holes. Then put the bamboo the clip like this. So it is very easy. Then it means when we go into a modern perspective, we have to know that we are not doing an overwork and unwanted exaggeration to 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 make more beautiful product. That is a meaningless job. So when we trying to do modernism, modernism is not only a fashion, but it offer more convenient, more clear, more good product. Then only the modernism can be appreciated like this. Yes, sir. Next, please. See, we used to see lot of bamboo tray, but here I tried to bring the beauty of bamboo. You can see the inside of the tray is glowing like this. It is very easy, and I tried to do is a reverse bending. So without removing the outer skin, I saved it before some slide, and I just noted. I just tried to note the particularity of the bending like this. So this is a reverse bending actually. Usually people are bending from the opposite side, but this kind of experiment will lead us to new things and a new form and new meaningful utilities. You can see the color variation of the strips. That's all simply obtained by different heating, different level of burnings with the simple tools like blow lamp, something like that. Usually I'm using blow lamp, and I tried to include the cane strips to weave like this. And it is not a meaningless weave, and it is not meant to only for the beauty, but it interconnect the strips very firmly. So we can see when we are getting to more detailed study about the character of bamboo, we will get more possibilities. So sometimes people are thinking the design is the important factor than the craftsmanship. Yes, design is a very important part, but we have to know that in our country there are very talented high class designers like Sushant sir, like Praveen, Sandeep Sangaru. So there are lot of people. Actually, they are not only national figure; they are actually international figures. But the fact is, nobody is here as a craftsman to do the work in expected quality and quantity. That is the main issue. People have to know that, we have to discuss about that. So people are just standing in their own premises and they think I am correct, there is no need of any other modification or things, we can continue what we learned from my ancestors and everything. If the designers are thought like that, nothing will happen. We can see how splendid designs they have made through NID and other institutions who doing in designing areas. So we have to know that when we coming into craftsman perspective, how craftsman can develop a, a capacity or a vision depends upon the new need of market. So they have to get deeper and deeper into the knowledge about the material themselves. That is the main problem. Anyway, we can go to the next slide, please. See, this is how we using these things. So on the table, it will look like this. It will move into sideways. That is a beauty, I think. Please, the next. See, this is one of my new design. I am getting so many order and demand for this product. See, I am here not to show you my designs actually. I am here to humbly present and to reveal the possibility behind the material and the requirements and the need to come forward, and a new movement from the craftsman side actually. I'm not complaining about, or I'm not demanding new designs or new things. I am just concentrating into craftsman perspective. So the craft is, we have to define like skill to do a job. Then what should be a craftsman? They have to design themselves. And to come to this design, you can see this is a mobile holder. Simply later from the upcoming slide, you will get an idea about this. But how I came across this design, some people in a some bamboo group, they asked me, see, we need a bamboo holder, and the product must be small, minimal size, minimal form, and we have to try to include the beauty of bamboo, potential of bamboo, little bit, how much as possible. So then I tried to do these kind of things because the demand, the need brings a new vision. Through that, craftsman can ensure their life to modern community. Because it's a requirement to, because every people have mobile, so they have to hold it nicely on the table. But instead of a large space taking one, we have to think about the minimalism, minimal product. So minimalism, not only for the beauty, minimalism is a responsibility from each human, because we are at a time where the material and the consumption is very important matter, very severe matter. So please, the next thing, next slide, please. This is how the mobile, the clip hold the mobile in right positions. See, we have to think about little bit of physics too. So when the mobile come into position, the clip will get balanced like this. So craftsman never meant to become scientist, but they must have a thought, think about. They must have an idea about how the things behaves generally. Okay, the next, please. And a lot of people thinks when we doing special design or something like this, we need many machines and other arrangement. No, it is just an excuse from those people who want to escape from the possibility of modernity or the responsibility of modernity. See, when we coming into a new view of minimalism and new things, it is very easy to do the product in bulk manner, though within our limited facilities. So this will reveal how easy to produce them in uniform size repeatedly. The next, please. See, actually, the material cost of all this work should come maximum 20 rupees, 20 rupees. But I am selling these tools for 1,500 rupees. So how the modernity and the new things and the new utilities bring us new possibilities? Just things, the criteria of between a good possibilities, good potential, and our existing stages, our new thoughts. In this thing, we have to select right material. I mean the right material. This actually, let me clear it about this product. This is actually the sculpture tools. This is used for meant for the clay sculpture tools actually. And when we coming across this kind of idea, we have to think about which material should be more usable, more suitable for that kind of tools. So we need very strong one, high matured bamboo, and we have to select the topper part of the bamboo without removing the skin, the silica skin, and how we can apply the thermal modification. So then craftsman must have now about the information of about the data of thermal modification. Then it is very easy to approach any scientist, because they are meant to develop the knowledge which will help the craftsman or the community to develop new possibilities. Otherwise, there is no means with the science. So science is a huge potential for us to develop the things in nicely, in a practical way. So I tried to do the thermal modification, and we have to think about the convenient or the convenience of the user. That's why we tried to bend the handle like that, because it will suit with their hand while they're working, and new shapes, new things. Though, so we have to think. Craft is, I know the craft and small product are only a small part of the potential of bamboo scenario, but it is not negligible. It is a big part, and people can lead their life through this. The next, please. See, here we can see some slide, and these blades are used for the bread spread with the cheese or something. So when we looking into many possibilities, we can develop the product like this. But for all that thing, again and again, I am repeating, craftsman have to get idea about his raw material, how to handle it. Please, next. So here we can see some, actually these are calligraphy pens. Nothing, a little bit of bamboo and a little bit of awareness about the maturity, about the fiber strength, something like that. And I tried to make it bend just before like that. Then we can form something interesting like this. So people will accept it as a new things always. Please, the next. Yes, this is very important slide for us. And when we go into the modernized thought, as I said before, the people from the traditional side will become very alert, and they think they are going to drop. It is not like that. We can convert the skill, the possibility from their cultural side, the traditional side, into new possibilities like this. So here you can see I tried to include the beauty and the possibility of the weaving by blending with the potential of the bending potential of bamboo like this. See, this is used for to keep our smart card like this, and it should be very suit in our pocket too. So the next, we can develop some big pouches that can hold a laptop or a notebook, something like that. So we have to think about new possibilities, and we have to try to blend the possibilities each other. So when we coming into a modernized possibilities, the traditional workers have to think, and they have to join with the people who can blend the new idea and possibility each other. Please, the next. This is to show you how it works. We can close the handle like this, and the handle is moving through the spindle, and we can keep our things very safely like this. And when we keeping this thing to pocket, in pocket mode, all the unit will be in a closed mode like this. And when we open, when we taking out from our pocket, it will get open like that. Okay, the next please. Yeah, this is the thing. This is very easy for a hand and should be like this. Yes, the next thing. Please stop the. We can see then. You can see the contemporary market right now, where the people are selling lot of sound related product with the bamboo. But here I tried to make a small things, a portable bamboo amplifier like this. This is actually from by our local material known as Okulandra Travancoricea. It is usually is like reed bamboo. So many region have their own reed, I think, and in Kerala there is a special material like this. And this is actually very small things, but after a particular maturity, after a level of maturity, the bamboo strips have an ability to reflect the sound. It is a simple science because the tender object will cancel the strength of the sound by accepting it, by receiving it, and the hard one will reflect the sound. It's a simple science actually. And when I tried to form a new thing like this, uh, I tried to extract, I tried to make a bamboo slice from matured bamboo strips like this and tried to coil it. Then to hold the all things, I tried to make a part, a mobile holding part like this. This is all from the same species of bamboo, the Oaklanda Travancoricea, small bamboo. Then you can see there is a small handle over the stand that will help you to adjust the mobile in right position. And when we turn it, we will get a other slot with wider dimensions. We can keep big phone as well as the small phone by using this handle. This all means when we playing with a particular material, we have to we have to think all possibility of the things, depends upon the user side too. So we have to think how we can include a component that will help, that will modify the use, the I mean that will help the customer to use his needs. And here we can see how the sincere approach will bring the beauty of the material into our product. In both way, we can get benefited by the knowledge. We can satisfy our customer and we can bring the new beauty and new possibility into our product too. The next slide, please. This is the position. There is a little bit of change in designs, but basically this is the position that we can put the phone into the slot and the sound will come, the music will come through the hole like that. The next, please. See, this is very important slide. Before an international open elective workshop by NID, I had developed this kind of speaker. And when at the time of the international workshop by NID, the great designer Sushant Sir said we can attach a Bluetooth speaker into that speaker, and then it will jump into the next level of new generation product. It was a wonderful result actually, and depends upon the design concept. I tried to do these things, and we got a wonderful product like this. It's actually a combination of electronics and bamboo. And the workshop's name itself was digitizing bamboo. So in that workshop, they aimed to mix the possibility of bamboo with electronics combinations. This means we have to think about the technologies too. how it will form wonderful product. So that's why only Sushant sir can advise this possibility. So there is huge experienced source like that, abundant source of imagination, designs, everything in our country. So we have to utilize the thought. The next, please. Again, as a craftsman, I tried to include more helping, beautifying component into the product. You can see there is a top part that will prevent by unwanted touch or unwanted moving of the speaker itself, and it is very easy to take the speaker for maintenance or charging. And we can see we provided a slot to insert the pin to charge it, and totally the beauty will increase like this, and it will go to a next level product, and we can ensure we are playing to the modernity. Okay, the next. See, this is a huge amplifier actually, and for this we tried to use the natural shape of the bamboo, and but when we playing with the natural property of bamboo like this, sorry, um, vehicle sound is coming. I'm very close to the road, that's why. Sorry for the inconvenience. And yes, and when we trying to do the usual shape of the bamboo, we have to keep some design technique or some concept like this. So for this, we have to think about little bit of science. The sound is going in wide ways and it is spreading like that. That that's why we could think a shape like this. So you can see the two edges and the segments of the things and the way and little bit of what we can say the angular velocity of things. That's why we have to we must have some idea about the fact sound or something. I mean, I never saying every craftsman have to be science. It is not like that, but some general awareness will help us to do new things like this. You can see the things after doing this amplifier. I just consulted with the NID, and I used to actually I am used to ask help or suggestion from them, because this is very important to know that we have people, we must have a mind to ask them for new things, new information. So we have to think, because we have to think about our culture too, our gurugula sampradaya, gurugula. So we forgot about that, we all forgot about that, and we are not ready to bow our head into from in front of anybody, and we are trying, we are the fast and we are everything. It is not like that. Craftsmen have to know that people are there with high ability, high thought, high level, so we have to accept them, and we have to make a mindset to hear their advices, everything, then only we can go for. Okay, the next please. So this is the other position of the amplifier. So we tried to keep the aestheticism like this. Okay, the next please. See, you can see the leg is movable and we can pack it very easily like that, when we handling it. The next please. So this is the sorry, yeah, the next one please. Yes. See, this is actually very similar to the former designs, but this is very small. This is actually a portable mode. The first one was for home mode, and you can use it. And when we putting the phone into the slot, we will get a huge bass sound from that kind of big amplifier. This is actually a small one. This is not pocket mode, but this is bag mode actually. And the leg is movable, and we can use this product like this. And this means we can create so many things by basing the using mode, whether a travel mode, this is whether it a house mode, and different stages of purpose. We can create so many product from one design. Okay, the next. See, this is a simple bamboo bracelet. Actually, this is not a basic design from me. This is I saw this design from the Philippines artist, Edgar Benace. He's a wonderful artist. And he advised me to go through ethical jewelries. I mean, we have to get connect with other people because people are there with the abundant experience and thoughts. So when we are opening our mind to accept, to receive, to give knowledge is each other, experience each other, we can develop, we can create so many things. He actually showed me a different type of bracelet. Then I tried to make it with a little bit of change and tried to include the property of bamboo. So here we can see I tried to bend it nicely. So we have to use this kind of potential bamboo. Please, next slide, please. This is
Swapnil good morning.
the next,
Good morning.
please.
अभी मेरा हाँ बोलिए
See,
बोलिए
sir, can you? Okay. See, it is no matter how big quantity of raw material we use to develop a product to present. This is not the matter about the quantity or the measure of the raw material. Sometimes we can use a little bit of raw material to form good product in new thought of acceptance. So here you can see I tried to make a note like this. This is actually not from a basic design from me. I have seen a product with metal like this. The artist tried to made a note like this, but the that note was very complicated and very hard work when comparing with this bamboo. But I tried to transfer the possibility into bamboo. When it comes into bamboo, it gives a new beauty, new level. So we have to think how we can transfer a product into metal from to bamboo. And we are not expecting the appreciation for a new design, but we are expecting the product will go into the market and we will get a acceptance that will make easy life sometimes. The same time, we can keep the ethical designs responsibility too. Okay, the next please. See, this is how it appears. Very easy to use. And please, the next. See, this is a earrings. I had a good order from other foreign countries because the foreign people actually they know the beauty of simple things. It may be there are some historical reason. I know the Indian art and Indian thought are a little bit decorated. We can see from, and we are not going after the most simplified things. But now the global is forming like local. So global is coming to a local bit like local. So all the concepts are mixing each other, and we have to know where we are standing contemporary and who are there to buy our product in that sense. And we have to think about the audience. We are not only for our domestic possibilities, we are actually for all people who can accept the quality of the work. And I tried to make some earrings like this. These rings contains at least 10 strips of bamboo, that much nice thing. And it is not only one piece, and I will explain in other occasion about it. Please, the next, please. And once again, we can see how we can think from a user side. So some people asked me, it is very difficult to keep their spoon on the table after use because people will put it on the cloth and it will become very dirty. So can you suggest a remedy to keep our spoon on the table after taking some food for the hygiene reasons? Then I tried to make a small stand like this, nothing, and it will cost only 1 rupees for the not even 1 rupees. I think 80 paisa for the raw material, but we can sell this product for 150 rupees. So I am saying mixing, blending a actual need and the knowledge and the sensitivity of work, we can create so many things that ensure good profit to a craftsman. See, this is the way how it works. Simply to hold the spoon, it will not get touched on the table or the cloth. The next, please. See, this is a other possibility. This is not a simple possibility. It is a responsibility actually. So when we thinking about the Earth's surface, we know we cannot accuse nobody for these things. So we are just covering the surface of the earth with unwanted things, and it is not any problem from other people. It is from us because we using oil and we create the waste like this and we are spreading like this. So the human are supposed to live like this, I think. And so nobody can nobody can advise a big formula to cancel all these things, but we can pay a minimal, at least where we living, and by accepting new things, I mean the alternative ways to use to with this kind of things for daily life. This is nothing, we can use it like this. This is a socks hanger. So people asking me why we have to use socks hanger. That question is expecting from using the socks actually. So it is nice product. So think about each possibilities, then we can develop new things, but it must be in the stylish way. When we getting the about more information, more experience, more data from the behavior of the bamboo's character, then we can create so many products like this. So the next slide, please. Next, please. This is the form and this is how it work. We can put into socks assembly and we can keep it in position by pressing the edges into the hook. Okay, the next, please. See, this is a simple paper stand. You can see how minimal material we used in this. So very simple. And I think this kind of thought we have to develop. And I had many order for this product like this. So simplicity instead of the intricate thing. I was saying about the decorative art culture of the India, but even India, even other countries who doing the complicated art concept. All those people are coming into new thoughts with minimalism. So then we have to adapt some method, some knowledge, what ensure this type of possibilities. Please the next. See, this is from one of my training in Punjab actually, because those people don't have any big huge variety of bamboo like that. They have only some local material, and they said to me it is very limit to develop new things with this kind of things. Then I tried to make a simple product like this to hold the glass bottles safely. They couldn't believe that. They said, no, this is a possibility. Then I said, yes, you have to get in touch with, you have to get in deep into the possibilities. But they don't have any new this kind of idea. They can split it, they can thin it like this, they can bend it. That's why I am suggesting all the agencies who doing in this field, they have to create a group of craftsmen who are aware about the possibility of instead of designs, because we have super designers in our India. I am nothing in front of them actually. So you have to create the sense how to work with respect to the designs and the needs. So the next, please. See, you can see instead of using with the natural shape of the bamboo, we can make them into components. Some just we we are just connecting them in positions. So then we will get a new product like this, new concept. This is actually, I got very good acceptance from European country for this product, but not in large scale. Okay, the next, please. Next, please, sir. See, you can see a simple card holder. Then we have to think, though we are going to create a simple product, we have to do the product with the beauty of the material and try to include this kind of things. Sir, please let me know about my time.
We are done with your time, Mr. Rajeev. So I guess we have only 2 more slides. We can finish it off. No issues.
Yes. See, now I am just saying about the possibility of mixing the material. So we have a fond belief like that we have to do everything with the raw material, bamboo. This is very dangerous concept. We have to use the possibility of mixing the material each other. Particularly, you can see in NID, as I said, respected Sushant sir tried to make a lot of beautiful, wonderful furniture with mixing the bamboo with the metal. By getting inspired by him, I tried to do this kind of things by mixing the bamboo with the metal. You can see this sculpture I did for some resort recently. I tried to include the metal like this for the head and the tail, and people got admired by this actually. The next, please. So there is possibility to mix the, see, you can see the craft. I used it to I use this kind of metal part to create their part like this, to create a modernity and curiosity like this. So people like this kind of things, and when we mixing the things, we are developing new possibilities and the modernity. This is the next, last slide, please. See, this is an example of how do we mix the raw material nicely. The top part is the metal, and the middle is bamboo, and there is wood. So each material have its own glaze and its own possibility, its own appreciation. So we have to know where we can place our material nicely, and which should help for that. So I am just concluding here. The craftsman, from the craftsman perspective, I am saying we have to come out with the limited thought and limited assumption. So there is a world which can accept, which can help us with our new thoughts if we are ready to go like that. So we have to accept the souls, we have to respect the people, we have to cooperate. Finally, we have to be sincere in our work. Thank you so much. Can I conclude, sir?
Yes. So please stand by, Mr. Rajeev, for a few questions. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. Certainly, each and every item had a story to tell that was captivating. Thank you for giving us an opportunity to peek into your mind and understand the way you conceive an idea and execute. It was a visual delight. Thank you very much. Now we move on to probably we'll take a couple of questions from the attendees. 1 second. The bowl type items are made from which materials?
Can you show the slide for me to realize? I mean the tray. You mean the tray?
Yeah, the tray. Yes.
Yeah, that is I think Dendrocalamus giganteus, the big bamboo.
Dendrocalamus giganteus. Okay. Second, what about the effect of chemicals which is used for finishing to the bamboo product while being used as cutlery items or food plants?
Yes. Sir, usually we all know about the chemical perspective in our edible used product, this kind of product. So we have to know that actually we have to know about which part of the bamboo is most suitable to do that kind of product. And when we are going to save a region of the material part, we can create this kind of product, and we can avoid those kind of chemicals. But we have to know how to season it. how to prepare the material. Then the chemical, there is no chemical used, but we can use some linseed oil or something like that. And but we have to maintain the product, because this is all from natural material. So the natural degradation is very natural. So we have to pay attention on the product. We can maintain it with the same beauty.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I think we have a few questions, but we can answer this offline. You can probably stay, and when you find time, you can answer from
okay. You can ask anytime.
Yeah, from the Q&A panel, sir.